Hi YouTubers, it's Smoking SD 77 again for the, let me see, first for today. So this is going to be the only video like usual. It's going to be part 27 in my series of how to smoke a cigar. Okay, part 27. Now we'll be covering humidors. Now, right now we're going to begin talking about humidors. In the next, I believe, 5 videos or so, 5 videos, we'll be talking about the basics, the very, very basics of humidors. We'll be talking about humidor fluid. We'll be talking about cheap humidors versus expensive humidors. And just, do you even need a humidor? Now, what is a humidor first of all? Humidor is basically a box. It looks like a box with a fox, so I'm being silly. It looks like a box, and it just basically is made of wood, and the inside is cedar usually, and basically you just put your cigars in it. That's basically what a humidor is. Now that's obviously a very, very basic definition. Now there are small humidors, there are big humidors, there are giant humidors, and it all is a personal preference. Now, in this video, I just want to talk about briefly, do you need a humidor for your cigars? That's what we're going to answer right now. If you are a regular cigar smoker, meaning you have tried cigars, you like them, you like smoking cigars on a regular basis, more than just once a month, more than just, once a week or something like that, you enjoy smoking cigars and you want to store cigars. The key word being store, meaning store them in your house, not buy them, but or buy them and then store them in your house. So if you are going to store cigars more than, say, a day or two in your house, depending on your humidity level, how hot your house is, and we're going to be getting to that much more later in the series, you need a humidor or a winador. A winador is basically a wine cabinet that's been converted to a humidor. So, and that's very good for people who can't air condition their house. Some people who live down south, they can't afford to air condition their house, and therefore they really can't safely store cigars. So they use what's called a winador, which is basically a wine cabinet, meaning wine the drink you drink. A wine cabinet that's been turned into a humidor. So, because it's locked and the air doesn't go through. I'm kind of going all over the place right now, but so yeah, if you're going to store cigars, especially in a hotter climate like down south, or even in the summertime up in here in New England, you definitely need a humidor. Beyond like a day or two, after even a couple hours. After a few hours, if it gets really hot outside, really humid outside, you're risking beetles. What are beetles? Well, I'll talk about that later. You're risking mold. What is mold? I'll talk about that later. So, if you are going to smoke cigars on a regular basis, you're going to store cigars more than just a day or two in your house. You really, really need a humidor. You can get a humidor that's very cheap, you can get a humidor that's very expensive, but the moral of the story, or the point of the video is, you need a humidor. You cannot just safely store cigars on your computer desk or your nightstand. I mean, you can do it. Depending on your humidity level, it depends. Everyone's humidity level is different. Where I live, I'll just briefly discuss this very, very quickly. Very quickly. Where I live, it's very cold outside most of the year. So, thankfully, my house is heated by oil. So, I have an oil burner in the garage. I'm sure most of you have seen it. It goes like, so, thankfully, I can heat my house. But, so on average, my house is on average in the wintertime about 70% humidity, so 70%, 69%, something like that. So I can safely store cigars in the wintertime. In the summertime, my house is more like 80% humidity, so I have to be a little bit more careful in the summertime. But the point of the story, the moral of the video, whatever, I'm rambling, is if you're going to store cigars more than just a day or two, in like those little Ziploc bags, the humidor pouch, whatever. So you need an actual humidor. It does not have to be expensive. It does not have to be $200, $500, $1,000. It needs to be some type of humidor. Whether it's a winidor, a coolador, which I'll be getting to a little bit later, I think I will, or a desktop humidor, or an actual big humidor. Anyway, comment, subscribe if you want to, and bye.